Alright, welcome back. Random TV Reviews. Your girl Lynette.
Your boy Stanley.
Start this off right. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not part of the family. If you don't like us at the end of it, you can unsubscribe.
Yeah,
you can,
thumbs down.
You know, you can do
it's all good.
It's not that goddamn serious. But just like this show, isn't that goddamn serious? Especially tonight. I was highly disappointed. Now, if you hear my smoke detector going off, it just started.
Yeah.
So I apologize in advance because it won't let us be great.
Yeah, it won't let us be. It only do that when it comes time to record.
Yeah. So the title was Who's Been Naughty and Who's Been Nice, right? We'll wait. We really will wait for that. Because Phaedra, she having this conversation with Dwight while she is sauteing some goddamn sweet potatoes for a sweet potato souffle. She talking to Tin Man Dwight about this party that she wants to do with this Christmas theme, whatever. You know how...
Called Freaky Wonderland.
Y'all know how Phaedra do.
Yeah, she way over the top.
Y'all remember the birthday party, right? With all the cakes, right? Giving Aiden type 2 diabetes. I'm like, really, Phaedra? This is what we doing? So, they got doing, my boo, Porsha, come on over there. And she was like, I just decided to stop by. I was over in Buckhead. Just came on by, see what you're doing. But, Phaedra, honey, I got this on my desk for Dish Nation. And did you know anything about this story? The feds went over to Todd and Kandi house. And, they looking for Apollo stuff. Phaedra look guilty as all get out.
Guilty as I don't know what.
She said, I even heard, honey, that they went over to Cynthia and Peter house, too. Do you think they think that you cold? Phaedra's like, child, I don't even know, child. But you know how Phaedra do. She get amnesia real quick when you corner her up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got doing, Phaedra tells Porsha, look, at this party, I think I'm going to do some clogging. And I'm going to ask Chris to help me out. She said, clogging? That's that dance you do when you kick yourself in the butt? Do black people do that?
And then she says she gonna get Kim's husband to help her out. It's like, oh.
She said, well, because he tap dances and everything. Oh, he'll be able to twirl around, snap his neck, tap his shoes. At this point, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even feel sorry for Chris because we all have been trying to fight for Chris.
Yeah.
That if he is, he is. But if he ain't gave you no track record, don't put that on that boy. What you not going to do after they accuse you of being gay to your wife's face is set yourself up and tap dance. That's all I'm saying, Chris. As soon as you put them tap shoes on, it was going to re-up again.
Yeah, they're going to insinuate that you are. Which, just because you tap dance
doesn't mean that
you're gay. But, you know how people's mind is. They try to put two and two together. We're like,
Look at Tutti Frutti. That's what they're going to say. Because that's what they've been calling them. I was like, y'all better stop. But, Todd and Kandi, they go. Now, this is what I don't get. Kandi is 22 months pregnant. They got a lot of vehicles. Why they insist on driving the Ford 150?
Yeah, the big truck.
Todd had to put... Now, both of them is 3 feet.
Yeah.
And I ain't laughing at short people because I'm short. And he trying to boost her up into the goddamn truck. And he was like, hold on. I'm like, okay. So they go to the cemetery. At first, I didn't know where it was going. Because she was like, you got flowers? I said, well, is she going on over there to Phaedra house? But no.
Yeah.
They were going to the cemetery. And it's been freaking 2 years,
It's been 2 years since his mom passed.
It don't even seem like it's been that long.
The show done messed up the sense of time, but it just took me back to when I lost my dad. And he was pretty much reminiscing. His mom was one of the best people in his life. And of course they did some backdrop on it, some V-roll to let you see it. And said Ty was the best son that she had. I don't know if he the only son.
I think he is the only son.
Well, I guess he would be the best.
You would hope.
But yeah, that was, then of course we know that, mom used to go hard at her.
And
him and her.
Well, yeah, both of them,
used to go hard at him. But yeah, that was a pretty touching moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to find out that I didn't even put this 2 and 2 together, that y'all know that the baby's name is Ace Wells Tucker. Mm-hmm. Well, her last name was Wells. So Ace's middle name is Sharon's last name. And I thought that was so cool that they did that.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. That was cool.
And Kandi was like, as they was sitting out there, talking at the cemetery about, Sharon, you got your first grandbaby, because that's what she always talked to them about.
Don't have they dig on grandbaby.
Yeah, so as soon as they said that, the baby kicked. I was like, oh.
I was like, wow.
I was waiting for Todd to cry, because I was going to be right behind him.
I think he cried off camera. He said, I ain't going to cry while I'm on camera. Y'all ain't going to see me cry. As soon as they shut the camera down.
Yeah, I don't do well with death, y'all. I really don't. And if I see somebody cry, it's over.
Yeah.
So then we get Matt. He's over there at Kenya's. No, it's not the new house. I guess it's the old place. And he walks in with something underneath his coat. I said, wait a minute.
What's going on in his coat?
He done walked in with 2 Yorkies. I think that's a very cute gesture, because y'all know that Kenya lost Velvet a few seasons back. Mm-hmm. And I'm really surprised that she didn't, replace the, not replace, but get another dog since then. But I understand when you lose a pet, that's
hard.
major.
Yeah, it hits hard.
So I'm really surprised that she didn't do it. So Matt, he got her too.
Yeah.
And one of the dogs is already in her shoes.
Already. First day in the house, tearing up the shoes.
I said, you ain't... With that movie say, strangers don't last long around here. I was like, no.
But that's usually what they do, though. If they go for the stuff that you don't want them to test, that's the first thing they go... If you tell them, say, go ahead and get that shoe, he won't go get it.
Won't bother.
Yep.
So Kenya goes on to tell Matt about the foolishness about the Apollo, the feds, and all that. She was like, I know you don't know Apollo because, he's locked up or whatever. And I'm like, Kenya, don't do that, because just because he ain't been on the show don't mean he don't know Apollo. I know Apollo.
Yeah, everybody know who Apollo is by
He
now.
watched this show before he came on it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, don't do that. So Matt's sitting there like the whole time like,
what they got to do with us?
Yeah. Why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
So then she was like, help me pick out a costume for this here party. Matt was like, okay, whatever. Really wasn't nothing to that big on scene. It was what it was.
Pointless fire, like Kevin Hart said. Pointless fire.
Now look. I don't know what I thought was going on, but we had Cynthia and we had Mallory moving furniture. And I said, did her and Peter get into this major fight that we didn't know nothing about, and she trying to move her stuff out before he get home?
Yeah, because it was crazy.
I said, what is happening? And then I said, well, darn. Is Mallory running from her husband? Because Mallory been popping up too much
a whole
now.
lot. Mm-hmm.
So I said, is Mallory moving her stuff in? But no. Now listen, y'all. I know this is all for cameras, but we needed to make a little bit of sense. Good size house, y'all. Keep that in mind. Good size house that they got there. The only place that you knew to put a massage table was right there beside your kitchen island. Right beside your bar. In the common area. Not in your bedroom. Not upstairs in like the guest room. The family room. The rec room. Because I know they got one. No. First floor. I can see your stove in the background. So, Peter comes in. And the first thing I thought about was that goddamn Lady Nika, because she said that goddamn Peter is wearing them waist trainers. See, y'all be messing me up because I can't do my reviews without thinking about stuff. And I said, how he gonna get that shirt off without us seeing that waist trainer? But Peter was ready for your hind part.
Yeah.
Peter said, I went to the gym and I smoothed this out. He put on a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned them 2 stomachs into one.
Yes, sir.
And he said, I'm ready for... He even got shaved. Because Peter got all this. You can't have all of this and be bald. I've never seen it happen. Peter was clean.
Mm-hmm. Ready to go. He said, I'm here for this massage. Let's do it.
Before I know it, Peter started taking all the clothes off.
He said, you want me to take my drawers off too?
Oh.
No.
I seen Creta. I said Creta.
Creta.
Peter's cracking his hind parts, but I didn't see it. If y'all know what I'm saying. It was dark in the house, so I saw it, but I didn't see it. But I saw them blue. Look, Peter, stop feeding into what we already say about you.
That's why he probably did it. He probably watched me confused.
Why you have on blue boxers when we
already call you Papa Smurf? That's what I'm going to say.
Peter, don't do it.
Woo.
Well, Peter didn't want no massage on the back. He been trying to turn over on that table.
Yeah, he said, I wanted a special spot to get massage.
And Cynthia, she's so clumsy. Why she don't put her knee right up in it?
Right in it. He said, ho, 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 ho. She said, I'm in the wrong spot? Yeah.
So, then when it looked like the massage was going to start to getting good, I still saw more of Peter than I needed to see. I can't get it out of my mind. I can't get it out of my sight.
Ooh.
We hear boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
I said, somebody breaking in? Did Mallory come back? Noel and Leon
coming downstairs.
Leon was like, Leon probably was like, I remember them days back in the day when I was
embarrassing.
Noel is scarred.
Yeah, I would have been embarrassed for Noel. That's who I was embarrassed for.
Yes,
because that you can't remove once you see something.
It's over.
You just can't remove that out your sight, and then on top of that, you see into what you see. If that makes sense. So she didn't only see the massage, but she saw the act going into play.
She heard noises.
Yeah, all that stuff is gonna haunt her in her sleep.
Do y'all think that's why Cynthia now is letting Noel dress a little bit more provocative than she should be for her age? Because now she's like, darn, can't really say too much to her right now, which is not true.
Oh yeah, you still can correct her.
But yeah. It kind of, you know how when a kid catch their mama and daddy in the wrong, they kind of loosen the strings a little bit.
Yeah.
That would have looked like to me. Then we see Porsha and Lauren. Well, we saw a car pull up that was barely getting in the parking space, get ready to hit another car. I said, ain't nobody but Porsha.
Ain't nobody but Porsha.
Nobody but Porsha. They go to the GYM. They sit down, they talking. And I had the story all messed up. Because I thought that Porsha was taking Lauren to go see her doctor because she's 50 months pregnant. And we finally got to see her stomach. Because I was like, when are we ever going to see this girl's stomach? Because without the stomach, she doesn't look pregnant.
Yeah, she's sitting out there.
But no, we're going to see Porsha's doctor. I didn't know that, or did I know this? That Porsha had fibroids and had them removed. I knew Cynthia did.
I didn't know Porsha did, but that's probably something that was off script.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Well, Porsha wants to know what her options are for getting pregnant and all this good stuff and da-da-da-da-da-da. But this the part. See, Porsha, I told you, think before you speak.
Yeah.
Think before you speak.
Please.
The nurse asked her, said, single, married, widowed. I'm widowed.
She said, oh, no, I'm divorced.
She said, when the last time you had a period? Last week? 2 weeks?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I got it. I said,
they keep on doing it to her. So
Porsha don't volunteer Lauren to be her surrogate carrier. Is that the term? I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to get
she said she gonna carry the baby for her. That's the
yeah. But the doctor let her know, look, and I agree, because I'm like, I do know that there are higher risks as you go up in age, but older women been having babies for centuries.
Yeah, for a long, long time.
And the doctor was like, she had her first baby at 38, and her second baby at 42. So she was like, you have plenty of time. Yes, you know the risks are higher, but I think you would do fine. You're pretty healthy, blah, 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 blah. She said, your fibroids did come back. And I'm like, she had a surgery and they came back? I got to research that.
Yeah.
And she was like, but this time it's not like one big mass. It's like a couple of walnut size.
Yeah, little teeny ones.
So it should not affect your pregnancy. Now, this is what I don't like, because even when I go to the doctor, I'm like, y'all shady. Because y'all ask a question without asking a question. Just straight up ask the question. It was like, how many pregnancies have you had? 1. How many living children do you have? Just ask her whether or not she's had a child that died or whether or not she's had an abortion or a miscarriage. Because that's what you want to know.
Yeah, so they ask it politically correct way.
I don't like the way they ask it.
Yeah.
Because after you answer it a certain way, you still got to answer it anyway.
Yeah, so I just hope that our girl Porsha don't do what some women do, is go out and just get any old dude just to have a baby.
Right.
I ain't for that, Go in and adopt a baby. You want one that bad, go in and adopt one. But don't put your life in hell and shambles just to get a baby. Nah. It's not even worth it. We know some people that done that. And their life is hell.
Yeah. I mean, love the baby.
Yeah.
But the hell you go through.
The hell that you got to go through, it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it.
But I will tell you this. I'm so glad that somebody else has another doctor except for Dr. Jackie.
Yeah, because we thought she was going to walk through that door. I just knew she was going to walk through that door.
I said, oh, Dr. Jackie didn't get that cooch. So we're at the party. Finally. They got doing Dwight, though, set it up. And it's cute for what it's worth.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's like in an apartment complex.
Is that the North Pole?
Look.
I was going to say something else.
Phaedra, you've shaded for this one. But Juicy and them, y'all even more shady for letting them do this to you.
Yeah.
Why are y'all elves? Juicy. What you can't do is promo another event at a club.
Oh, them girls gonna get her. They gonna get her.
Be like, did you really just dress up like an elf? Did you really just go that far?
I think she getting paid. She
getting paid.
She gotta get paid. If the check is right, you dress up like an elf too.
But I'm an average size person. If I'm a little person, what you're not gonna do is already put me at an elf. You're not doing it.
Well, she looked like she was enjoying herself as an elf.
She was. And ate it. But the tripped out part about it was she was acting just like an elf. Everywhere Phaedra went, did you notice them two were following up?
Following right on around.
I'm done. And Aiden was the elf on the shelf, and he too cute. Aiden can do no wrong to me, but he still owes me that password to his email. Bob comes in there. We call him Pepper Claus.
Pimp O'Claws.
He come in there.
Cause you don't know who he looking at. Is he looking at me? He's looking at you. He's looking at him. All at the same time.
He pictures Sheree on the button. And this is what Sheree is pissing me off with. Stop acting like you don't want it when you took him to Jamaica. You brought him back on the show for us to like. We like Bob now. So do not act like you don't want his advances.
Yep.
Don't do it. Porsha and her friend. I can't even think of the child's name now because she's been gone for so long. What's her name? What her name
I can't even remember her name.
Shamia.
Yeah, Shamia. That's right. Because we ain't seen her since the boat trip, baby.
When she was crying.
Yeah.
They came in there with their most provocative outfits. So, matter of fact, they came in there looking like they kind of looked when she did that party for Duke.
That's right. Sure did.
Minus the hats. Okay, whatever. Tammy comes in there with her butter popcorn looking cornrows. Over it.
Say the same one she
came straight from Miami. She found her luggage and she came to this party.
And we ain't seen her since she hit the floor.
Ain't seen her.
Yep.
And how she just showed back up at this party and nobody addressed it.
Nope. Nobody ain't say, hey, where you been? You
Nene,
alright?
Yeah.
You straight?
Nene comes. See, this is why I like Nene. Soon as Nene came in the door, she said, Juicy, what the hell are you doing?
Why the heck is you dressed up like DL? What did you doing?
That's it. Do not give somebody ammunition.
Yeah.
We know you are a little person. Nina said, what the hell?
I wonder if she thinking the Bible was gonna recognize her.
They put her name underneath her chin.
No,
I mean, they couldn't.
I know. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about people at the party.
They know Juicy. They know Juicy. Then there go Nene said, yeah, Dwight did a good job at this party now that he done got his nose fixed and he can breathe. I said, Nene, you need to stop. Because you don't have some nose jobs too now. Don't play.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, you may need to go see the Bosch doctor because yours is not fitting your face right now. I'm just saying. They got doing Kim. See, Kim was progressively getting better with the hair or whatever. We're not saying that we want her hair sleek and straight. We just want it to look nice. A few weeks back, we was rocking with her. She had a nice scarf around her head. The curls was popping. But now, like James Cole will say, she back to poof ball. And I said, oh God. Kim said, yeah, I'm trying to look cute and I'm trying to look cool. And I got this mosquito drink. Mosquito. They said Moscato.
Yeah.
I said, Kim, just stop it. So then we got the face off with Tammy, Bob, and Sheree. They got doing Sheree said Tammy. Bob said that y'all slept together. Bob, come here.
Huh? He started sweating.
I mean, he was sweating. Yeah. He was looking like Peter over there. I said, Lord have mercy. Bob said, I never had relations with that woman. Just don't hold me to my past.
Just hold me to my past.
I said, Bob, just admit that you lied on poor girl. Yeah. Or you really did it and you just want Sheree to leave it alone because you're trying to just move forward. Either way, we got our answer. Either something happened or Bob don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
But
I don't think that happened though.
I don't know. He probably just said it just to make Sheree mad. I don't know. But Bob's hair looked like a Thundercat. I'm just saying. Kenya, she comes in dressed like the Grinch. It was cute. Somebody needed to be the Grinch. Because for it to be a Christmas party, the only people that came like really in costume were Porsha, Shamia, Kenya, and Phaedra.
Everybody else was dressed up.
Just dressed up. So I was like, okay. While the guys was over there talking, right? You know how the guys post up and they just having chit chat or whatever. And everybody's like, Ty, y'all been having a good year, whatever. What you want for Christmas? Ty said, well, Phaedra ain't paid me my other half of my money.
He said she only paid me half.
So that's what I want for Christmas, the other half of my money.
Yeah.
He said, but I ain't going to be petty though. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I said, you better not let it go.
But wait a minute. I thought she had paid him the money because she told him I'm going to pay you the money next week.
But remember, she flipped it on Todd. She said, when I get you the pictures and you finish editing the pictures and we can do the final, then I'll pay you the rest. So she probably ain't gave me no pictures.
Yeah, you know how that go.
Yeah. So,
black people don't never want to pay you money.
Stop.
That's for real.
Nene goes over there and she's talking to Kandi. See, this is how I know that Nene was drunk. Because Nene was this close.
Yeah. Y'all know how people, when they drunk, they all up in your face. Like, can you please
stop giving me a back?
Back up, player. Give me 10 feet.
People that's drunk be like, hey, Lynette, how you doing?
Yeah. And always, man, I love you, man. Yeah. Man, I love you.
I'll be like, man, jeez Louise. So I was like, why is she that close to Kandi? And you can tell Kandi was like, you in my personal space, baby.
And she had them perfect white teeth. Ding.
She got them Steve Harvey special.
That's some Trident teeth when they go, ding.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just had a random moment where I just had to adjust my shirt. I'm sorry.
You good?
Yeah. They got doing, what the name is? This is how boring this was. Nene was like, Kandi, I really missed you in Jamaica, man. I really wanted you to get, to be there because we need to just hit a reset button. I don't even know why we don't like each other. And Kandi was like, look, because both of us got big personalities.
Mm-hmm. Strong will.
And you ain't going to do me and I ain't going to do you. And we just going to clash. So can we just hit the reset button? She was like, yeah. She said, matter of fact, I just sent you a gift. Kandi said, you sure did. You sent some good gifts now.
Good gifts. And then she had a nerve to say, I expected walking here for you to be big as a house.
And she said, that's what you wanted.
That's what you wanted.
If you're they're going to need to say, because I'm going to talk about you if you was big as a house.
Well, yeah, she did that thing, though. Because she don't look, she ain't huge.
It's just her boobs. And that's what even Todd said. Todd said, the boobs going to go down. She was like, if they start looking like a flap of pancakes with
some raisin on in them.
She said, we got this. I'm with you on that one, Kandi. That ain't cute. So,
saddlebags.
So we know Kenya. Kenya gonna be the one that brings the stuff up. Mm-hmm. I'm glad somebody brought it up because everybody act like it didn't exist.
Yeah.
Kenya was like, did y'all hear about the feds going on over to Kandi and them house looking for Apollo stuff? They got those Cynthia said, they came to my house too. Mm-hmm. I said, well, darn.
They coming to our house?
I ain't got nothing over Apollo. Don't you come over here. So,
they say y'all reviewing the show, so y'all got something over there.
Kandi was telling Nene, she was like, yeah, that happened. It was kind of weird. They posted up outside my driveway, won't let my people come in and out, trying to fix the nursery. And she was like, I was saying to myself, did Phaedra send these folks over to my house? And she was like, we in a weird spot, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I was like, okay. So Kenya was like, girls, do y'all think that Phaedra sent the feds over to you? Kandi house and your house, Cynthia? At the same time, they got done, Phaedra came on. What y'all talking about?
What y'all talking about?
She said, oh, we kind of talking about the Fed thing, whatever. She was like,
Really?
Really? That's interesting. Mm-hmm. I gotta go.
Yeah, she exit left fast.
I said, she did it.
Yeah, she sent them over there.
She talking about something. Child, when that stuff happened, I was out of town. Ain't that how most snitches do? They do stuff when they're out of town, so you don't think you can pinpoint it back to them?
Yeah, so you can't put it back to them because say, I couldn't did it because I was out of town. That's what a phone is for. You can call the feds from anywhere in the U.S., Virgin Islands, Hawaii, Africa, wherever you at. You can call the feds. You can send them an email. You can Skype with them, and you can get on Periscope.
Really? That's what we doing?
Yeah, she called the feds.
Yeah, she called them.
She snitched on them.
So, Phaedra and Chris, they finally do that little number, which it was horrible to me. It was horrible. And then we just ended off with a little screen cap of what's going on in the people's lives leading us up into the reunion show. I'm not sure if it's going to be one part or two parts. I don't really care, but I think the reunion is going to give us everything that these last 3 episodes didn't give us. Because I'm over the show right now. But Kandi, she's giving birth to Ace Wells Tucker, and her body is snatched, and I saw her on freaking Instagram, and she does look good. Kim, she is going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and I'm pretty sure she can go far because her husband will be at home to help her.
Yeah.
Porsha, I shouldn't have said that. Porsha is going to be on the Celebrity Apprentice, and I would love to see my boo-boo on Celebrity Apprentice, but I will not watch that show because of Donald Trump. He will not get my view. But
just saying,
Porsha, I wish you luck because I want to see what you do as the what is it, the when they headed up
project manager.
I want to see you as the project manager. So then
we gonna sell these knitted gloves.
Knitted gloves, whatever. So Kenya, she said more manners almost finished, and rumor has it. I told y'all last week that rumor has it that the first furnished room in the house is gonna be a nursery. We don't know.
Could be prego.
And from the look of the reunion, she did kind of give you, I ain't gonna say she looked bigger, but she was giving you pregnant glow. I don't know.
We'll see.
Cynthia, she has a successful eyeglass sunshade line. I don't know. I haven't been on the website lately, but it was only 3 shades when we first started the show. I don't know. She said that her and Peter's relationship is still a work in progress, but her and Nene is on the right track. I'm like, darn, that's a messed up that your friendship is better than your marriage. But anyway, Phaedra said that she is going to continue to keep her private matters private until after her divorce is called adultery. She doesn't plan to make any more trips to prison. I told y'all that already.
Yep.
She did that one on camera just so y'all could say,
so y'all can't say nothing.
Leave alone.
You can't say that she didn't take the kids to see Apollo.
And she ain't never going back to that prison ever again. She gonna pick him up when he get out though, and they're gonna be right back together.
They're gonna be right on back together.
Mark my word. Mark my word.
They ain't even a prophecy. That's a word of knowledge because you already know.
I'm gonna see her. Yeah. Straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South.
2 up, 2 down.
Holla.
Let's hope this review is the reunion is better than this review.